Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Happy 2 days to grad. I cannot believe it. We are near. We are close. Today, I've got a mix of a couple different teachers for you and another well-wishing. As you probably saw yesterday, we had the dignified Cookie Monster wishing you well. And today, I have another famous person to wish you well. And I want to start off with some words of wisdom from Miss Hogg. So here she is sharing a little bit. These are her 4 tips for post-high school success. So here you go.
Maybe revisit some of the advice your parents have given you. They might know a thing or two. Ecclesiastes 3:11 says that God has placed eternity in our hearts. Keep that before you. There's more to life than what you can see. I know that higher education is very important, but even more important than knowledge is wisdom. And the Bible has a lot to say about how we acquire that, starting with reverencing God. Be really careful with credit cards.
Thanks for that, Ms. Hogg. Appreciate the wisdom, and I agree with you wholeheartedly. Now, next up, I'm going to throw it over to another one of our teachers. Now, you guys might know her. You see her once in a while around the school, but we've got Miss Laugesen here for you, and she wanted to share a little bit about the hero's journey. Now, you probably aren't in grade 12 watching this, although some of you are, but I want you to take a minute and really, no matter what grade you're in, listen to this, because the wisdom she shares is so important. You are your own hero of your story. So I want you to think about that as she's sharing. Here you go.
Hey grade 12s, you're about to start the next part of your adventure, so here's some things I'd like you to remember. First, you are the hero of your story, but that means you have to be the hero of your story. You have to step up, you have to step in, you have to take responsibility. Remember that you're also someone else's loyal companion, and find the people who will be loyal companions to you. Hold each other accountable, lift each other up, and make sure that we are succeeding together. Find a mentor who's a little weird, who sees the world in a little bit of a different way, and who sees you for who you are and who you can be, and is going to help you become that best version of yourself. As you cross the threshold, things will get harder, things will get weirder. You'll have to come face to face with who you see yourself, how the world sees you, and who you want to become. Remember that we're always here cheering for you, and that you have everything you need to be the hero in this adventure. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Thank you for that, Ms. Laugesen. We appreciate the wisdom. That is fantastic. Now, to wrap us up today, this is also kind of doubling as our encouraging video of the day. I thought I'd bring in a real big name today. Not quite as big as Cookie Monster, but close. So I'm going to throw it over next to another commencement speech that was done for all 2020 grads. And this was done by the former President of the United States, Barrack Obama. So here you go, Barack, take it away.
And, of course, I couldn't be prouder of all of you in the graduating class of 2020, as well as the teachers and the coaches, and most of all, parents and family who guided you along the way. Now, graduating is a big achievement under any circumstances. Some of you have had to overcome serious obstacles along the way, whether it was an illness or a parent losing a job, or living in a neighborhood where people too often count you out. Along with the usual challenges of growing up, all of you have had to deal with the added pressures of social media, reports of school shootings, and the specter of climate change. And then, just as you're about to celebrate having made it through, just as you've been looking forward to proms and senior nights, graduation ceremonies, and let's face it, a whole bunch of parties, the world is turned upside down by a global pandemic. And as much as I'm sure you love your parents, I'll bet that being stuck at home with them and playing board games or watching Tiger King on TV is not exactly how you envisioned the last few months of your senior year. Now, I'll be honest with you. The disappointments of missing a live graduation, those will pass pretty quick. I don't remember much of my own high school graduation. I know that not having to sit there and listen to a commencement speaker isn't all that bad. Mine usually go on way too long. Also, not that many people look great in those caps, especially if you have big ears like me. And you'll have plenty of time to catch up with your friends once the immediate public health crisis is over. But what remains true is that your graduation marks your passage into adulthood, the time when you begin to take charge of your own life. It's when you get to decide what's important to you, the kind of career you want to pursue, who you want to build a family with, the values you want to live by. So be alive to one another's struggles. Stand up for one another's rights. Leave behind all the old ways of thinking that divide us: sexism, racial prejudice, status, greed, and set the world on a different path.
Thanks for that, Barrack. I appreciate you helping us out here, as if I have any say in that. But yeah, just want to wish you all well. Have a wonderful day today. Make sure that you continue on with your classes. Keep on keeping on. Graduates, some more information has gone home about Friday's ceremony. And for those of you not graduating, I've had a couple questions. Can other people come to the graduation? And sadly, the answer is no. Because of the Alberta Health Services rules, it's kind of a restricted event, and you'll actually have to RSVP. And if you haven't, and you're not part of the group, you'll actually be asked to go. So just kind of you have that warning. But with all that being said, I just want to wish you well. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Aquí.
Ha ha ha!